Okay, so now we are going to start a new project. So I just love the tags. What's up, Jackie? What's up next, Jackie? I love it when I'm working really late and be like, "Hello, night owl," and that's so funny to me. Okay, so we're gonna start a new session. I'm going to put in my message, and we're going to begin from there. Um, Let me download files I needed. Like I said, I have specs that I created um for my AI agent beforehand. I had it write down all the different specs I wanted. Oh, me. Let me get this started. Okay, so let me. I had to work out some kinks, you guys. Sorry. Let's on back to Claude. Okay, so I've put in my prompt. It's a nice, healthy prompt. I also created an onboarding section for it so that I could go through and it asked me any questions it may need and different things like that. I think that's a good thing to implement into any agent that you build, um, so that you can have that information and it can kind of walk you through um getting together. Okay, so I'm going to add the specs that I've created. And I can show you them in a second after oh we get this going. Yeah, I'll show you what it looked like after I get everything added. Okay. This is Sonnet. We're going to go with OPS 4.7 for this first part. And then we might have to take it back down because it does use a lot of tokens, and I've been kind of using it a lot to write this out. But the better the large language model, the faster it goes, the more in-depth the thinking, and some of the it gives better bookmarks and better results. I'm just saying. So I would suggest that sometimes you could start on a higher newer large language model and then bring it back down when you want to make other little changes. But we're going to start here on OPS, uh, which may get extremely expensive and I might run out of I might run out of tokens, but we'll start there. And so this is my Jarvis project. Woo. So excited, so excited. I know I've been mentioning it a lot. I've tried this on other tried this different ways. I currently have an open claw that is sitting on my Raspberry Pi, which may be where we take this over, or we're going to handle it into a VPS. I also have an open claw on my VPS. I've but that's also why I went and I began the foundation series because I was open cloud required some coding knowledge. Um and once again, like I said, you'll listen to some influencers and they make it look so easy. I mean, that's the best thing. You know what I'm saying? They're influencers. They're supposed to make it look easy. But you'll go and you try to download or use their templates, use their skills and different things like that. And I will run into issues. Great communities that are out there. They most of them, if you post questions, they will try to answer them. Okay, so you start to run into different things. As you see right now, it says that it can't read the PDFs that I gave it. If it takes too long, I'll just copy the information and upload it in here. But yeah, then your agent gets to fixing things. That's what I'm saying. Like I say, yes, watch the videos. I do. Watch the videos, even look at some of the downloads and different things like that, the templates. Look at them, get to know them, look at what you're looking at. Get to know because then you can see what they build and where they had different things and what they added to it. Even looking at like GitHub and stuff like that, going to look at other builds. Um I know that's one of my builder things, but looking at what they've written, what the code looks like, what their instructions are, um, I think is a great idea. It's a great idea. Go do it. And go do it. Go look at it. Go see what it can do. But then come back with your own. Come back with your own. Uh, come back with what you want to do or take that template, take that code, take that GitHub link, put it into Claude or whatever LLM or coding uh system you're using and then talk to Claude, talk to them and see because sometimes the other thing is that I've noticed that influencers will give you like a baseline, but they don't give you the full thing. Um, they don't give you the full thing. And so you really need to you really need to know, you know what I'm saying? That uh, I I'm learning vibe coding is awesome. Vibe coding is awesome. That's what you're watching right now. It is pretty much AI is writing code and building without me really only getting certain input to kind of keep it focused on what I wanted to create. It's fun, it's awesome, and we can create amazing things. But if you don't know the back end, if you don't know how to maneuver some of the back, you know, learn coding. Learn a code language. Python is the best working with AI. That's what most people seem to use. It's like their foundational one that AI uses all the time. Learn a little bit of it. Um, because I had to learn, you know, and the more I learned and started to really look into what AI does, how it's created, how it works, the more I was like, okay, I know what I want to do. Okay, so now it starts to ask you questions. Where and those should the Jarvis project live, Docker, the host path? Okay, so no, I don't want it on its own. I'm gonna go with the projects. Okay, you already have a desktop. Uh, no, I don't have them, either one of them installed on here. Not on this. I am Central. Java API key for you. I have my GitHub. I don't have a repo name for it. I haven't built a bot for this, so we can create the bot together for Telegram. I already have a GitHub access token, but I don't have a private repo created for this project. Um, and I already have my Anthropic API key that I'm able to use Claude Code. I can grab. And so, like I said, even with vibe coding, the um I like to take what someone else has and then build, or take the information that they have, take the resources that they have, and then build on top of that. So that it goes along with what I want to create, what I'm trying to build, what I want to work on. Okay. And another thing that I think is a great tool, especially when you're creating like the beginning of something the first time, using any type of LLM and you're giving it access to your computer, I always suggest that you do allow once and then read through it. Like after you get to certain projects or you're building on top of something or the frame is already completed and it's just building on top of something that it already created the file, stuff like that. Or the folder that it's working in, or and it's just adding to it. I think then that's the point where you can be like allow always. But when you're first starting out and you're building something fresh and you're creating the folder and different things like that, I think it's a, a good practice to just do allow once and then feed from there. And I also want to say that Jarvis will not be the last name. It may be part of the name, but it will not be the last name. This is just to kind of keep me focused and to keep AI focused on what I wanted to build and what I'm trying to get to. And using the using current knowledge of what Tony Stark's Jarvis turned into, what he could do, what he was able to do for Tony Stark, gave it a great baseline so it can think of, okay, that's what I'm building. So I always like using the name of Jarvis in um as I'm building, but this isn't that won't be his last name. And will it I don't think computers have a sex, but I think this is going to be a guy. I've been really thinking about like what I wanted to have this as, or what kind of. I was thinking of like honestly, I don't know if you're into anime, but if you're not, if you've ever seen Black Butler, the anime series, kind of like him. The butler that can the butler driver. I mean, he's just everything in one. He's the protector, uh he's able to think of things before his his master, the young boy, the young man, is able to think of it. He moves in ways that he doesn't even have to adapt, or he doesn't have to deal with certain things because the butler already handles it. And it's always presented fabulously, and so that's what I'm trying to build. That's the idea I have in my mind of what this Jarvis eventually I want it to become. Oh, another thing I put in here that I wanted a user interface that I could communicate with, that eventually that the agent will be able to talk to me. I'll have a face that I can communicate with. So I'm really excited to see what that turns out to look like. I'll give some ideas. Okay, so once again, it starts to give you tasks that you have to do, things you have to go and get. Okay, so I have to put in some things. So let's see what it needs me to do. It always gets me when I give like a list of all these, like go do this, go do that. That's what I'm saying. AI is not at the point where it just automatically goes and does all these things by itself. Um, let's see what it can do. You and do for um but I also, yeah, let's see what it can do. To where I don't have to handle certain things. Let's see what all it can do. Okay, so now you see, let's go back. It was telling me like there's a lot of stuff that I can't, you're gonna have to do, which is a good thing. This is where humans are still needed in AI. It's not able to do certain things. Yeah. So let's see. But as it is doing that, we will go and do some of the things it asks us to do. We'll see what the response is and then go from there. But it sounds like I have to add Docker, and I have to get my Telegram bot together. Um, Creating a Telegram bot is not that hard. It's not that bad. I'm gonna have to, well, think of a name. Okay, and then it comes back. It lets you know. AI is so much fun. It says things I can do. It gave me a list of things it can do. You can install the GitHub CLI. It can create the empty parent folder. It can generate copy paste admin. Uh, Step C, page one. Okay. It can give me the exact Docker desktop download URL. It can give me a draft a one-page checklist for Telegram setup. This is what I can do. This is what I can't do. It can't install the WSL2. It can't install Docker setup. It can't create the Telegram bot, and it can't generate or fetch the Anthropic or any of those tokens. And so I will have to do that. So, and so it's saying what it can go. Okay, go ahead. Ahead. So I want to make sure I have the right links for this. So let's see if it can give me the links that I'll need. Telegram checklist I really don't need. I've already created a bot through Telegram, so that shouldn't take that long. It shouldn't be that hard. The reason why we're using Docker for security, because the other thing is being able to Claude told me that I can't say hacker proof because nothing is hacker proof, but to kind of put up the best security I can to make sure that it does not um breed anything that I don't want it to implement or start trying to do anything that I don't want it to do. Okay, so it gave me instructions and it gave me the link. So let's go back. Let's start from one. Okay, so the link I need, do this first. Docker desktop needs it, the WSL2. And so a PowerShell. Okay, so let me pull up my terminal. This one, like I said, when you're building, sometimes it does need the terminal window and different things like that, and you start to see code. And I don't want, um, my thing was that I would get afraid, so I didn't know what I was doing. That is why I started to learn like Python and different things like that because you don't want to mess anything up in your computer. You really don't. You don't want to mess anything up in your systems, the back end. You really don't. And code is scary. At least to me. Code can be very scary. It's it can be a little scary to implement and do. And so I get the help you need. Um, so that you know what you're doing. Okay. So you're still working on this side. Okay, so let me pause this. Um, and I'm going to go and set up my um some of these things. And I'm pausing this and not taking you along. Maybe with the Docker desktop, I'll take you along because there may be something that you have to put in. But I'm just saying because, um, like I said, your agent, what you're trying to build, your project may be totally different than mine. I'll give you hints and I'll tell you little things along the way, but you may not want the type of build that I want. Like I said, I have a kill, I'm putting in a kill switch. I'm putting in commands for everything. Um, so you may not want that. You may not need some of these things. Docker is kind of one of those security methods that most of them have. But you may not want it. So use what you need. Um, and then go from there. Okay. Uh, so I'm going to pause this and I'll be back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Okay, so I had to put everything on pause because I had a lot of back work to do in the terminal and different things like that. I was installing the WSL and also Docker. So I had a lot of things to set up, even with Telegram. I've also done that. I'll show you in a second. So I had a lot of back work to do and a lot of things that some things. So I didn't want to really show that, but I will kind of bring you back to where we are in the build right now. Okay. Um, so let me take you to Claude. Okay, so right now, I let Claude know where that I download everything and now it is moving along in the system. Hold on, give me 1 second. Let me take you up a little bit where it asked me for approval. And this is where it kind of stopped and was waiting for me to get everything done. Let me but yes, I have downloaded WSL, which is I think it's Windows subsystem for Linux. Um, that's what I was saying. Some things, if you're not running on a Linux server or a Linux operating system, things are going to be tailored to you. That's why I said just go into your computer, go into your own Claude Code and just let it figure out what you need and what you don't need. You probably will need Docker. Docker I did install, was pretty simple. But then there was also a lot of reboot, turn on, start, do this, run this, reboot, and I didn't want to keep going back and forth with trying to record this because I am recording everything through my webcam. And so the other thing that I did was set up the Telegram bot. So let me show you the Telegram bot and we can discuss the name that I've given it. And all of these things, if you need help, just ask your chat bot. It will tell you. Just ask chat where in the same feed that you're doing and it will help you out. Um, so as you can see, the name of my agent is Ebert Sebastian Jarvis Pennyworth. Okay, so I wanted to explain the name. We'll come back to Ebert, but Sebastian, as I was stating before, Black Butler. So the name of the butler on Black Butler is Sebastian Michaelis. And so I wanted something from that. He's a really great butler. If you're looking for a new anime, I would suggest watching it. It does kind of go into some demonic stuff, so it may not be appropriate for children, but if you're an adult, I think it'll be cool. Um, and then Jarvis, as you know, Jarvis is you know, Jarvis from Iron Man, from the Marvel comics. And if you don't know, Jarvis was based off of Tony Stark's father, human human butler named Edwin Jarvis. And so he was a real live butler that Tony Stark's father had, and so Mr. Stark had. And so he named his artificial intelligence off of that butler, which is really cool. And so we're keeping Jarvis. And then Pennyworth. If you don't recognize Pennyworth, Pennyworth is Alfred the butler from uh Batman, the DC Comics last name. So Alfred's name is Alfred Thaddeus Crane Pennyworth. Yes, that's a mouthful. That's why I was like, I can have three names. I can have four names. But yes, his name is Alfred Thaddeus Crane Pennyworth. And so Pennyworth comes from that, comes from Alfred. If you know anything about Batman, Alfred is top of line. He is top of the line. Once again, one of those butlers that do anything. He's also the legal guardian of Bruce Wayne, and he helps him in everything. You know, he even runs the command center. He, sometimes runs the moves the car around to go catch him and everything. So yeah, I just thought it would be a great asset. And then so my agent is within that Pennyworth line. You know, he's part of that lineage, okay? Yes, you have to create your own backstory. And then Ebert, where I came up with Ebert. So Ebert is a combination, or just I was just thinking about it one day, and the name Ebert just kept kind of rolling. But Ebert is a combination of Ernie and Bert. Yes, Bert and Ernie. If you know anything, you should know. Sesame Street characters, yes. The Sesame Street puppets, Bert and Ernie. They are the best of friends. They are a little tag team of um just the fun, just so much fun. They go on adventures with each other. Bert is a little bit more extra adventurous, and Ernie is usually the calm, collective brain of the group. But I love them. I was raised on Sesame Street. My children were raised on Sesame Street. And one day I intend on um creating a full collection of Sesame Street episodes on a server so I can save for my children, my grandchildren, and my great grandchildren. So yeah, so Ebert is the combination of Bert and Ernie. And then we have Sebastian Jarvis Pennyworth. So that's the name I gave my age. You don't have to make it that long. You can make it as short as you want to. It just has to be able to line up with the be available through Botfather. I won't show you the full thing because I had to pull out the API key and all of that information for Botfather. But if you need instructions on how to set up Telegram with your AI agent, your chat, just put it into chat with Claude and tell you what to do. Okay. It'll give you a full checklist. Right now, as you can see, I've sent messages, but it is not connected yet. That's what it's working on currently. So let's take you back to Claude. So yes, it's still working on setting up the Docker file and different things. So it did ask me for approval, which was something that I implemented inside of this system before it started to build, and it is currently building. So I'm going to stop this episode here. Yeah, because now it's asking for API keys and different tokens. So I don't want to put that stuff out there for YouTube. If you are because of security reasons and different things like that. So I'm going to stop here. I'll finish some of these things and then we'll click back in with the next video so that these videos are not that long. All right. So thank you once again. For coming back to my channel. This is Brown and AI, where we make AI real. And if you are looking at all of this and you're like, oh my God, this is a lot of information, this is a lot. I have some other options for you. First, I would suggest that you download my free booklet, completely free. It is AI for the rest of us. It's a very basic layman's term booklet that you can read in your spare time about AI and kind of explain different things that AI, what AI is, and what how it works, and what we can use it for, and things that are using it for that we're using it for today as a average everyday person, not as a builder or anything like that. The second thing I would suggest for you to do is to go back to my channel. I have started a AI basic series that just in short videos, no more than like 10, 12 minutes long, breaks down basic uh basic topics and subjects inside of AI. Once again, talking about what AI is, oh, um, how it works, hallucinations. We talk about governing AI. We talk about context management, content management, and then also just various things, using it, you integrating AI into your business, how children should use AI, and for parents. And so as you're trying to monitor your child and still make sure that they're learning, but also still taking advantage of the technology that's out there, we have suggestions. So it's right now it's a 21 part series. Like I said, the videos are not that long. You can just click back out of here and watch the videos. I'll try to do a link, and if not, they'll be in the description. But you can watch them, and it just breaks down very simple topics and subjects in AI. And if you're going through all of that and you're like, oh my God, this sounds really great, but I don't want to go into all the building and all doing all the other stuff, you can reach out to me on my website, www.2062ai.com, and click on the link of work with me. And on that, you'll be prompted to just tell me what you want to do. If you want to go and just do an audit and see where AI can be implemented into your business or using your team, or if you are ready and you already have an idea of what you want to do and you just want somebody else to work on the project, I am here. It'll either be me or Ebert that will respond. Uh, but or if you want a class, you're looking for a certain class to kind of teach your whole team, so they can know how to use AI effectively in your system. let me know. I am here to help. I'm here to help. Like I said, this channel is about learning. Yes, I teach some, but mostly we're learning together and we're doing this together. We are building a relationship with AI together. And so I would love to walk with you. The more new projects I take on, the more it helps me learn. And then your business may need some things, like I said, trying to give you all a custom fit or like a template or something like that. Sometimes this stuff doesn't work. You're unique. Your situation is unique. Yes, there may be some things that we both want to implement into our systems, but your situation is unique. Let's find out how we can make operating system completely for you, and I can hold your hand or I can do it for you and then come back and show you what we've done. But if you want that assistance, please reach out. I love the projects. Um and I am building a course for small businesses, for individuals, for companies, like a general course to kind of go over everything. But that once again is not it's not designed for you. So if you want something else designed completely for you, please also reach out on the website. That is everything for now. Mwah, 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 mwah. Thank you for joining me. Um I love doing this and I love having at least feeling like I have somebody right here with me going along. And I think some of the things that I'm learning is really great and cool. And I would love to share it because I learn a lot off of YouTube University and the various courses and different things, the certifications I've signed up for. So I love to share it. I will see you next time. Can't wait. We're going to get even more into this build on our way to build our Jarvis project. So I'll see you next time. Have a great day.